My name is Carmen, and today we're going to do a reading for Aquarius. Let's call in spirit with some wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far, Aquarius. More stormy weather here in Minnesota, so it's been interesting mood or energy in the air. Let's see, I'm being pulled towards the celestial, which makes sense, right? It's your Aquarius. Always makes me think of the star card. All right, what do we have for Aquarius, please? The first card out is the World in reverse. So there's something here, Aquarius, about a situation that you may be fearing or thinking is over that is not over. There might be a period of delay or even like a small pivot, or the wish fulfillment that you have been manifesting may end up looking slightly different than what you had originally envisioned, but still, you know, pretty awesome. All right, what else do we have for Aquarius? There's a situation here, Aquarius, that you have felt was unfair or unresolved. You might feel like you have unfinished business with the person involved in the situation. This could be, somebody who is unwilling to take accountability or be honest about what was going on. And I feel like, Aquarius, there's been this knowing that you've had regarding this situation. Might be kind of difficult to explain it to other people, but you're a gifted person, right? So there's something here about you maybe having dreams or just like a gut feeling about what's going on. And it has to do with somebody trying to pull the wool over your eyes. Somebody here is trying to be a little bit sneaky, and I feel like you see right through them. Like, they're just doing too much. They made it too obvious. I'm really focused on the two swords on the exterior of the image with the human here. So I feel like there's two people that are not you that are involved in this situation. So this could be like a third-party situation where maybe a relationship is ending and this person wants to move towards you, or vice versa. It could also be that there's two people that are competing for you, Aquarius, and they're being sneaky around each other because they don't want the other one to know that they're coming to make an offer or ask you out on a date. But there's a concern here because I believe that in addition to you having pretty important protection here from the universe, rejection is protection, right? I also feel like the individuals involved here view you as somebody who has restricted access to your energy, which makes it more difficult for people to obviously make an offer. What else do we have for Aquarius? So we have the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Wands. This Ace of Swords in the reverse is clarifying the world in the reverse. So I feel like the reason that you feel there's unfinished business and the reason the situation isn't resolved yet is that there's truth that you need or clarity that is coming your way that will help you see the situation more clearly. And at the end of the day, the reason that you have this wish fulfillment coming your way is because you have put in the work. You've been through quite a lot of difficult situations and found a way to, I guess, kind of like improve over time how you handled these difficult people or situations. And you've got to this point where you're rather reserved, but also seen as Kind of mysterious. So I feel like even though there might be situations where people have admiration or people want to be with you, there's also this understanding that you attract so much, you have high standards, right? This could be what's preventing this person from bringing you this clarity, a fear of like competition or rejection. What else do we have for Aquarius, please? We have the Two of Wands in the reverse, clarifying justice. It's like there are two paths ahead of you here, Aquarius, and there's going to be redemption found in either path. The trick, though, is to make sure that you're still leveraging your intuition and your discernment to make sure that you're still choosing the right path, right? So let's say you like chocolate and strawberry as your favorite shakes. And this particular day, you're really craving strawberry. You order strawberry and you have chocolate. You're not gonna be mad about it. You still love chocolate. There's just something here about there being multiple options and you needing to be able to determine which one is what you really want. Part of this could also be associated to whether or not you have clearly identified what perfect looks like to you, right? Like, have you envisioned or, spoken into the universe what kinds of things you would view as a healthy or happy life? Because that's going to be critical as well in terms of you identifying this path. We have the Four of Pentacles coming out to clarify the High Priestess. I feel like this is clarifying High Priestess to tell us, Aquarius, that there's a newfound appreciation and openness to the weirdness that you possess, whatever kind of gift or intuition that you have. If you haven't done research into things like clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, I recommend looking into that and seeing if there's anything in particular that resonates really strongly with you. And you can identify where you want to invest your time in terms of learning more or really trying to see how you can hone whatever skills you have. But you're very open right now to accepting whatever it is that you are able to do in terms of connecting to spirit, God, whatever you call it. And then I also feel like there's this, because Four of Pentacles can also be like saving money or holding back, not letting go. The arms are wide open here, so I feel like you're welcoming what's coming in if it's good for you and helps you. But I also feel like because the arms are open versus the average Four of Pentacle cards, like in the Rider-Waite, for example, which has like one giant pentacle that this person is holding on to for dear life, I feel like there's this newfound appreciation for being able to let go of the things that are not meant for you. So if you're resonating with that, I'm proud of you because that's not easy to do. So we have the Eight of Swords in the reverse and the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. This duo, or these admirers that would like to be sneaky and think that they have kind of kept you in the dark, or, you don't see what's coming. With the Eight of Swords in the reverse, you absolutely do. We've already talked about that. And you're also not afraid to respond or react or even anticipate and say, hey, just, I'm not interested in that. And then Three of Pentacles in the reverse, clarifying the Seven of Wands in the reverse. There's a sense here that Spirit wants you to make sure you're spending enough time working on your own and building up your own portfolio, skills, whatever it is. There's something here about you're no longer needing to rely on other people for some of the things that you may have in the past. I get kind of an Eight of Pentacles vibe. Like you've been working, you've been maybe learning from others, doing your research, and it's built up your abilities to the state where you have this expertise now, and you've got to be able to kind of put your own stamp on it, right? We're going to switch to the Edgar Allan Poe deck. What else do we have for Aquarius, please? So we have the Hanged Man in the reverse. There was a previous tendency here or a habit where you were perhaps too forgiving or too compassionate towards others, and it would encourage you to kind of sacrifice yourself or compromise in a way that was overly considerate of the other party involved. And I feel like there's this calibration happening where you're testing things and you're saying, like, this hasn't really worked well for me. Like, I need to have certain standards and, you know, boundaries in place, right? And a lot of this has to do with people who have been dishonest, people who have refused to hold themselves accountable for situations, and that only led to the prolonging of your frustration with them. We have the Six of Wands in the reverse, clarifying the Queen of Wands. These people who have been cut out by you are hoping for you to not be successful. And then we have the Tower moment coming out to clarify the Two of Wands in the reverse. So there's going to be a point here where you'll have a pretty major decision to make. Again, you're probably going to have this situation where there's redemption or happiness for you down either path, but you do have to consider the options to make sure you don't have any, wishes in terms of, I wish I'd done the other thing. Then we have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. This is clarifying the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, you're letting go of anything that has betrayal written all over it, because you can see from a mile away people who are meant or who are looking to, ruin your day, shit in your soup. Like, you spot them and you're just like, beep, out. What else do we have for Aquarius? We have the Five of Cups. Those that have tried to be sneaky towards you or put you in the Eight of Swords are now or will be soon experiencing some remorse over how they treated you in the past. They may come to realize how valuable your friendship or your connection was once they had, already made the decision to try to take advantage of you here. We have the King of Cups clarifying the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. This is such an interesting King of Cups card. I gotta show it to you guys a little bit more, make sure you can see it. So there's a bunch of people sitting around a long table, and it looks like most of them are partying and enjoying the time, but the guy at the head of the table, the King of Cups, he's got a pretty stern face on. He doesn't seem to be having a good time. It looks to me like this is somebody who has a lot of people who are dependent or try to, ride the coattails, and he just doesn't really care for it. So I feel like there's been too many people in your circle and you're working to bring it in a little bit, make it a little bit smaller. You don't have to be a dick about it. You can just say, hey, I think we're kind of moving in different directions. All right, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. So these people who have been dishonest or sneaky with you, They, if they haven't learned their lesson through their interactions with you, will be kicked back into another cycle here where they'll, basically be tested to see if they're going to give up this sneakiness or desire to take advantage of people. Whereas with the Seven of Pentacles, you are seeing the manifestations and the seeds that you have planted, the success that you've been working towards begin to materialize. This is going to be difficult for some of these people to see because a lot of these people really did feel like you couldn't do this on your own. And you're like, watch me. I love it. What else do we have for Aquarius? So yeah, we have the Five of Wands. There's definitely some gossip here. There's going to be probably some jealousy because you have multiple admirers when you do make this choice. There's going to be probably some tempers that flare, possibly even some, heated arguments between the folks that are interested in dating you. We have the Page of Cups coming out to clarify the Ten of Swords in the reverse. A big litmus test for you here to see whether or not somebody is worthy of being in your social circle is whether or not they're capable of apologizing, right? We talked about accountability earlier in the reading. That's a big thing for you. If someone can anticipate, things aren't really where I wanted them to be, and I guess I should have probably handled this better, and they come forward with that, or they're at least looking to have a conversation about that, that's going to be how they stay in your social circle. Otherwise, with this Five of Swords card, you're going to see them as somebody who's likely to betray or put on this sneaky energy that you have worked very hard to cut out from your circle. And as a result, people are seeing you in this King of Swords energy, which is air sign qualities, right? So it makes a lot of sense. People see you as intelligent, but maybe a little bit heartless or a little bit cold because you have gone through this change where you were really giving and you were letting a lot of people, use your energy or be in your energy. And now, look at you, you're just like, I'm cool, just chilling on the corner, hanging out with my cane. I don't need you. I got a Quentin Tarantino dialogue running through my head. I'm fully entertained. Whatever it is, there's something here in terms of people acknowledging that there's been a change in your attitude and what you are willing to accept in terms of behavior and respect from those around you. I'm just going to grab a couple of situation cards and then we'll call it a day for you, Aquarius. What else do we have for Aquarius? There's something here with plugged in the reverse about you maybe taking a little bit of a break from social media. If you haven't already, Spirit is advising that you do so. We have proof or show me. This is all about what I was just talking about. You're going to see how people actually treat you before you decide whether or not they're worthy of being within your energy or in your circle. And then we have vacation. Spirit wants you to take some time to yourself. This could be in alignment with that break from social media. So if you have a vacation planned or you want to, even if it's just a little weekend away or one night away, go for it. One of the best things I ever did for myself was rent an Airbnb in the middle of the woods so that I could go right by myself. It was amazing. So we also have desire coming out here for you, Aquarius. I feel like some of you have been perhaps celibate or holding back with regards to sex. I think sometimes it's easy to forget that sex is a really easy way to bring someone else's energy into yours. So you want to be, discriminating in terms of who you do that with, right? It can be a little bit difficult if you're, particularly lustful, but it looks like you are trying to hold out until you have a love situation. I think for some that would be demisexual, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's how you identify. I think just in this current energy, you're not interested in connections that would, result in ghosting or immature behavior. You want to have a connection with somebody before you do the dirty tango. I hope you enjoyed your reading today, Aquarius, and that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks.